yes, it is me, I am here, and what am I? I am frightful monster extraordinaire and darling. I have the tea to spill today. What have I? Not only melodramatic, but I am I'll probably have to censor that out, but why? Why am I kicked off show me ass? Well, let me answer you. Because you see, what is the tea? The tea is bitter, but what is the tea? I've been scammed. Scammed, you say, out of what? Your money, your livelihood, your estate, your true love, extreme. No, I have been scammed for my heart. But not in the true love sense you might think, because you'll remember, like, okay, once upon a time when it was just me against the world, and to be honest, it is still like that. But once upon a time when it was me against the world and I was feeling lonely, I made a video on YouTube going, oh, woe is me, I'm so lonely, I have no friends, I could die. No, the thing about bitching and whining on the internet, and just like a general rule of thumb, is if you're gonna bitch, you have to be prepared to better yourself. So I did just that. I've discovered this remarkable app called Bumble Bff. It's like just like regular Bumble. You download the dating app, but instead of like switching dating, you like tick the little boop. You've got like, I want to be best friends forever. Like there's the BFF option, right? And I'm on there. I'm like swiping away. I'm like looking at people's profiles, seeing what they're into, seeing what they're not, seeing if I've got plants and whether I've got a lot. But there's a saying, I believe it goes like, the top 5 people and things you surround yourself with, that's your personality. Like that's you right there. Like, you know what, I want to go somewhere with my life, I want to do things. So I'm like looking for marketing peeps, so I'm looking for entrepreneurs and looking for business people. And you already know where this is going. I can't believe I was like so dumb, but there's like, I match with this chick, like let's think of a name, like I want to choose something that's like as far away from her actual name as possible so they can't sue me for defamation. Like maybe Demon. Like, no, that's too similar. I'll call her Mrs. Scammer. Okay, so I match with Mrs. Scammer and we get along well. Like, I thought that she actually liked me as a person. I thought that we were getting along so well, but looking back, I'm like, she is just mimicking your personality and she's just matching her behavior to match yours. But like, we got along so well and I'm like, oh, we could meet up, you know? And she's like, oh yeah, let's meet up. Are you free this Saturday? We go there with like the expectation of making friends because like it's a friends app, Bumble Bff. And then you go there to like meet up with people and like make friends and like save the world and cute puppies and kittens and all that jazz. But no, we literally sit there half an hour. I could have been telling y'all stories, I could have been editing tomorrow's video, but no, I wasted half an hour of my life being lectured on financial literacy. No, look, the battery's already dying. And like, I didn't even know who this guy was. Like, sure, he was like Mrs. Scammer's partner. He was like the Mistress Scammer, so to speak. But like, he was claiming he was being in the army. He was claiming he was like a personal trainer and all that. And like, from the size, I won't argue that. But like, there's like little discrepancies in what they were saying. Like, something that really stood out to me, and I can't help but laugh, is like the fact that they were just shamelessly matching everything to us. Like anything we said, they said first. Like the first red flag was like how they're rattling off all these book names and book titles, right? They're like, oh, do you know this Robert Kiyosaki guy? Do you know like this, that? Have you read these books, this books? And when I literally said, oh, I don't like Cash Flow Quadrant and like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because the guy is a ruthless business owner. Like the reason he's rich is because he doesn't give two hoots about screwing over people, screwing the system. He plays it like a game. I'm just bitching, like, I don't even have a script here. I'm just bitching straight down this microphone. And when I said that, they were like, oh yeah, they like quickly changed to something else. Or like another thing, like, I can't help but laugh at this because it's like, oh, when they found out that I was like a certain age, I was like, oh, he's that age too. And then for some reason, I don't even know why he did this. He's like, oh, how old do you think I am? And I said an age. I was like, oh yeah, you're bang on the money. I'm 32. That's what I am. Yep. That's all there is here. And like,
dude, you literally said you were this age, which is not even close to friggin' 30. Like, you literally said not even 5 minutes ago, like, a completely different answer. Or then he was like, oh, you know, you want to be rich. We want to be millionaires to leave a legacy. We want to be famous. We want to be known, you know? And, like, then when, like, we were drinking our hot chocolate, I'm like, oh, yeah, what legacy do you want to leave when you get there? And I was like, I want to help people. I want to expand my business, and I want to set up a set of systems so that people who cannot ordinarily get jobs, they can find a way out. And you're like, oh yeah, we're like that. We like to help people. That's why we want to get rich. This is why we've got this mentorship program going on, bro. Like, we want to help people. Like, dude, you literally said they just changed. They would just change everything so fast. Like my partner, he doesn't think that this guy was even in the army, because he's just like making up, like, he had like a vibe, like, you know, the vibe check that we do to people on the internet these days, like, the vibe check, you have passed the vibe check. Like his vibes were way off. Like, they were way off. I was already getting these vibes, like, towards the meetup, when, like, I noticed that, like, all she wanted to talk about was, this is something about Mrs. Scammer, right? All she wanted to talk about was money. Like, all she wanted was, like, if she ever asked a question about me, it was like, oh, what would you do if you had all this money? What would you do if you had, like, financial literacy? Like, what do you want to do with, like, money? It was like, money. Like, if you're rich and if you're so successful, why do you give a crap to that extent? Like, why are you so desperate? Like, the vibe they gave off was like, you know how incels will, like, obsess over a girl, and they'll obsess over getting dates and getting laid and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's asking for a date, like, there's being attracted to a person, and then there's, like, incel levels of desperation. They had that vibe. They had the incel vibe of just, like, over the money and the financial things. Like, you've got a point. Like, I know there are nice people and they care about you, but, like, these guys are like, you have to join our thing. You have to join this mentoring thing. Like, they were desperate, like, to the point where even the staff around this cafe, they knew them all. They were talking. They were good mates. Like, these people, they even at one point said, like, we do this every day. We meet up at people, and I said, this is the one time I stood up for myself. I said, is that what you do? Is that why you're on friend making apps, so you can do this? And I'm like, oh yeah, make friends too. And then there's the whole thing of, like, how when we were talking, like, the one time that she was not obsessing over money, this chick, she says she works at in like a warehouse on, like, the app, and then she says she works at a supermarket and quit 2 weeks ago, and she's not getting another job. And then, like, we did some digging, like, my partner and I, we did some digging when we get home, and it's amazing the details you can find out about a person. Like, I'm trying so hard to be the bigger person here. Maybe I'm using this video as accountability, but I will not dox them. I'm not going to show their faces. I'm not going to show their names. Like, they don't deserve that publicity. But, like, in her actual real life, like, she owns this failed beauty company. Like, I don't even know if it's failed, but, like, she owns a beauty company. Apparently she's her own only client. Like, if that's your vibe, sis, good on you. But, like, you started a whole company and you're the only person who even cared to rate it on Facebook. Like, we do not judge in this house, but boy, it's tempting today, I tell you that. Like, it's just, you can't even be honest. Like, he probably lied about the army. Like, I know I'm jumping to conclusions about the army, but he just felt, like, so insincere. She lied 3 different times. Like, she's got, like, she can't even get her facts straight about what she even does or something. I don't even know if the names they gave us were actual names, but, like, is everything a lie? Like, I only was messaging on her app because I wanted to be her friend. Like, she looked like a bomb-ass person. I wanted to be her friend. I don't know who this guy, her boyfriend, Mr. Scam, was, like, completely coming in with his indoctrination, join our financial Illuminati BS, but, like, if I had known that was their agenda, I honestly would not have met up. Like, I just want to be friends. Like, we're not some poor people. Like, yeah, I get that everyone's poor in this economy, but, like, we're not about to be kicked out of our house. We're not like some poor helpless children who don't know our way around a paycheck and you have to save and rescue. Like, it was such an insulting vibe. Like, I felt insulted, you know, because, like, they're like, oh yeah, I used to be like you. I didn't know how to manage money. Like, I didn't even say anything about this money. Like, they're the ones pushing their agenda on me. Like, I go, like, there are vulnerable people, they use Bumble Bff because, like, maybe they're struggling with their mental health, maybe they're lonely, maybe they just want a friend, but regardless, they are on there because they have a vulnerability. And then these friggin' scammers, these, like, I'm not even ashamed to say it, these scum of the earth, because they are literally monsters. And, like, I know I'm probably exaggerating, but they go on this app specifically to prey on these vulnerable people. Like they even admitted it. Like, they said, oh, it's about how hungry you are, how much you want this. If you deserve it, like, you will come chasing after us, blah, blah, blah. Like, they want you to be so desperate that you will literally do anything. Like, they want you to buy into their mentoring scheme. Like, they're going after people who are vulnerable, because, like, a normal person with a lot of money who, like, knows how to handle their money, like, they're not going to go after them. Like, but they're literally, like, this chick, he's a personal trainer, so maybe he's got a flexible schedule, but, like, this chick literally quit her day job so she can go and meet up and scam these people all day, every day. Like, they said they do this every day. She's literally quit her day job so the rest of the world can be scammed into funding her lifestyle. Like, how soulless of a creature do you have to, like, that's not even humanity. Like, I know humanity's done some dark shit, but, like, honestly, that's not even, I wouldn't even want to call that human, because humans have souls, humans have consciences and hearts. Like, what sort of monster are you to literally scam people who could be out on the street if they don't get help soon, and you're literally going to take their last dollar out of their hands because they're that desperate? You're going to use it to what? Repair your cracked phone screen? Like, yeah, that's another thing we saw about you guys. Like, I'm steaming mad at this point. I know I'm petty level 101, but, like, when people are like, they have a certain income, like, they're not going to put up with the mediocre. Like, if someone has a cracked phone and you can tell that phone has had a crack in it for quite a while now, like, if you were rich as you're making out and you're trying to have us believe, like, surely wouldn't you want to repair that? Like, wouldn't you want to fix your phone screen? Like, why walk around with broken goods? That's not a good look to your image. Like, how desperate are you if you're meeting up? If you're, like, literally using apps like probably Tinder too and Bumble Bff, like, you're literally getting these people to meet you up, make them think that you give a damn, like, you care, like, not only, like, oh, want to be friends, but, like, you give a damn about their humanity, because that's what you're offering. You're offering this mentorship, financial literacy program, and you're trying to get them in on it because you're trying to act like you care about them. But no, you literally could not care less. They were casted out into the street and died from exposure. Like, oh, I'm just so mad. Oh yeah, how do you know they're not actual mentors? Because mentors don't have to scam people. Like, mentors, if you're a mentor, you probably own, like, property, and, like, you own a business. Like, you own something that gets you somewhere. Like, you have a large amount of knowledge and your time is valuable. Like, you're not going to be giving that out for free. You're not going to be, like, trying to pressure people into a service unless, you're desperate and it's, oh, wait, a scam. Like, if you're a mentor, you've probably got so much going on in your life because, you've been able to make a successful life that you don't have the time for everyone in the world. You got to do your thing. And, like, if someone catches your eye, sure, you'll mentor them. But it's like, even if you were a commercial mentor, like, even if you wanted to make a whole career, like being a life coach or something, like, you'd have a proper Facebook page. You'd have some sort of social media and definitely a website. Like, these guys, like, I legit asked her when I was on the app, like, I said, oh, do you have, like, a Facebook group you're a part of? And she's like, oh yeah, but it's more like a people page. And, like, I looked it up and it had, like, I don't know, 600 odd people liking it, but it didn't look like anything. She said, like, these people can't even afford to fork out a domain name. Like, having a website would instantly make you look so much more credible. Like, if you are a commercial life coach, you want clients who will not waste your time. You want clients who want to spend that money on you. You want to help people who want to be helped. These people, they literally had to scam me into thinking that I had made a new friend. Like, they had to trick me to come to their cafe to meet up with them, which was a friggin' long drive, by the way. But, like, they literally have to lie to you. Like, they have to say, like, oh yeah, we want to make friends, but no, like, they're trying to, like, get me into their bullshit lifestyle mentoring thing, which will probably, like, leave me run ragged, like, more than I already am. But, like, if a professional mentor would want people who know what they're getting into, would be prepared to invest, because when you're prepared to better yourself, you're going to pay like money, and you will turn up to like whatever class. Like these people are like, they're trying to hype you up on like all the commercial names that everyone knows. Like everyone knows about Rich Dad Poor Dad, but like not everyone might not know about this business course at Polytech, or this like marketing course at this university that has a specific name. Like they were legit only using names that everyone else knew. So like, oh, we can rattle off these names, so we're legit too by default. Like, no, like surely if you were legit, you would be like building up like a company where you could like spend your time on people who knew what they were getting into. The fact that they have to scam people, to lie to them, to trick them into like doing who knows what you like, that, you know what that screams? That screams organ harvesting vibes. Like that's the same sort of vibes as someone who's going to trick you into going into a hotel with them, and then you wait till they're blackout drunk and you cut open their organs and sell them on the internet. Like, is that what would have happened to me if I'd signed up to their mentoring program? Would they have just like squeezed every single dollar out of me? They'd squeeze me out of my house, my home, any car I might ever own in my life, squeeze me out of my business, and then my friend, after they has exhausted every possible use for me as a human, is going to cut me open and then like sell me off to like a necrophile or something. Like, I know it's dark and like I'm beyond petty right now, but I'm just mad, you know. Like I was being fed so much bullshit and so much like red flags, and I couldn't even see it. Like even before meeting it, I was like, maybe I should just cancel this. Like it just feels a bit off, but no, I didn't. I turned up anyway because I wanted to at least give them a chance, you know. I wanted to like, even when they started freaking lecturing, I still stayed, because like everyone deserves a voice and everyone deserves to be heard. And I like wouldn't even stand up for myself. Like here's something that happened. Like he was telling me about how like when his partner was like first signing up to some mentoring program, and she was like so shy, she gave one word answers, and I jumped in and I said, oh yeah, I know what it's like. Sometimes when like mentors, they just come in and lecture you, it can be like a bit like full on, you shut down because you feel like they don't give a crap. I said something like, I've got the memory of a bat, I swear. I wish I could remember. I said exactly that. And I looked him in the eyes and I was like, oh, is that what we did? Did we come on too strong? And I'm like, I lied. I shouldn't have lied. Like, I said, oh no, I just wanted to get to know you as a person, you know. And he just like gave me a quick look like, yeah, right. Or maybe he like kind of realised he'd screwed up there. But I so wish with all my heart I said, well, you know, I came to this expecting to make a friend because, you know, I met someone who acted like they gave a shit about me on an app for, guess what, social networking and making friends. But no, you literally want to harvest me into your like money pumping scheme. Like, yeah, of course I'm going to shut down. Of course I'm not going to be interested in anything you have to offer, because you literally had to scare me and pull the wool over my eyes, and I fell for it. Like, I've never been scammed on the internet before. Like, everyone gets like the old Tinder bot or the old Skype bot saying like, oh help, send this money or I'll be like, have bad things happen to everyone. Or like you get the telemarketer saying like, oh yeah, we are totally deleting files off your computer right now, you have an Apple Mac, and it's infected when you don't even have an Apple Mac. But like, you don't believe them. It's just like, I actually thought they cared about me as a human, and it really sucks, because like this isn't even like a marketing group on Facebook, and even knows the marketing groups on Facebook. They're so warped, they're not even marketing groups anymore. They're either like foreign memes group, or like, look at this traumatizing video that's totally your fault for some reason because you won't pay us. And it's just like, I thought they cared. And it's just really sad, and it's really pathetic what they're doing to people. And it's even more pathetic that I fell for it, because like, I like to think that I'm not stupid, but apparently that needs to be questioned now. So that's my story. That's my bitter rantings. You thought you'd heard some bitter rantings of me? Well, the cherry's been put on the cake today, my friends. And remember, if someone is obsessed over something, whether it's how handsome you are, whether it's like, oh, becoming financially free or success, like if someone, like, people are not one-dimensional beings, like, you know, and if they're coming across as incredibly one-dimensional, like they cannot stop hyper-focusing on a thing, like maybe you just need to cut them loose, because no normal person is that psychotic about one single subject. And it doesn't matter how much you want a friend in life, it's honestly just not worth it. So hope y'all learn something at my expense. Like, don't go after one-dimensional people. Like, make friends with me. Join my cult. I at least tell you how to stay away from everyone else, not me. So that's my story, and I hope you had a laugh, if not learned something today.